Smith about after you found
I have not talked to Smith after this. I talked to Smith a fair amount during the OTAs. Yeah.
Like you said, it's typically be improved. Can you quantify that by what you think record-wise, or are you not the type that does it?
Nice try.
Yeah, right. Okay.
No, I'd rather not. Okay, but I'd rather not. But I think we'll be improved. I believe we'll be improved.
Mike, from the business side, if I can move away from that for a second, in the past we've been led to believe, or there was a fact that PSLs and season tickets were either sold out on a waiting list, and it's apparent that's not the case now.
No.
Can you give a number of what the season ticket sales are right now? How many tickets are available on a game-to-game basis?
Well, we had a meeting yesterday, and I'm not going to say I was on pain medication because I do pay attention to all that stuff. It's not my most fun thing to listen to, but the guys have been working very, very hard. There are season tickets available. Percentages like 93, 94% of our goals and where we were have been thrown around, so that leaves a couple, some tickets available, certainly. Now, we're hoping to get through training camp. Typically you get a little bit of a push. We're going to have access, as an example, here to anyone that comes here, internet buy-ins, all sorts of stuff going on where they can purchase tickets here during training camp and all that kind of stuff. And the guys are working really, really hard and you know what, they're doing a great job. And my hope is, something like club seats, the club seats are over. I mean, we're going over, so that's good. But there are tickets available, to answer your question.
Keeping a little bit with the business theme, could you just talk about getting 7 of your 8 draft picks already taken care of? I don't think there's a team in the NFL that has that high of a percentage, considering the uncertainty with this collective bargaining agreement and not knowing what it's going to be like going forward.
Yeah, I think other than Dallas, who signed their number 1 pick at 24, I think all of us are in the same boat in the first round. And I credit Matt Thomas and Tom Heckert for a great job in getting our guys in here. We're going to negotiate fairly and honestly, and I know Matt, that's been his history when he's done this for Miami. And so and when I was sitting in the room listening to the dialogues between the agents and Matt, I'm very impressed with how he goes about his business, and I believe the agents are too. So it doesn't surprise me that our guys are in. As far as Hayden goes, those of you who've been around this for a long time, the number 1 picks, you just need a domino to go boop, and then it starts to happen. And then it just boom explodes and happens. We've had good discussions with Joe's agents, and I'm hopeful that he'll get in without too much loss of time. Very, very important for the young man, I will say that. I mean, I get the business part of it. Even when I was coaching, I did. It frustrated me to a certain extent, but I get it. This is a lot of money, but I also saw and lived through and experienced the importance of this with a lot of athletes. If they wait too long, they miss some really valuable stuff. And almost their rookie year, it's hard for them to catch up in most cases. So it's important he gets in here. But I'm not discouraged. I think we're making progress.
Do you think, can he be in on Saturday, or do you?
I think he could. Yeah, I think he could. Now, what's today, Wednesday? Yeah, he could.
What exactly are the rookies doing now, and who other than the rookies are here?
The rookies are going through another crash course, a tutorial, I guess you would say, of offense and getting them prepared so when we start, they are very comfortable and really know and aren't too surprised by things. They're on a very, very rigid schedule. They got workouts, they got seminars, they got curfew, they have all sorts of stuff. So the rookies are here, injured people, Or is that Thursday? Thursday, and quarterbacks and injured players, but rookies to this point.
Quarterback's Thursday.
Yeah. They can come in. You know, you can bring in quarterbacks, injured, former players that were injured, and your rookies.
Given your expertise on offense and Gil's, and the meeting of the minds that you've had in tandem with the OTAs, you know, how much better should the offensive scheme be now that you guys have hashed things out and helped them improve on what they were thinking in their first year?
That's really hard to say. I mean, you know, I think the team should be better. I think our quarterback play should be more consistent. So start there. Just start there. If you did nothing else, if you had more consistent play at quarterback and everyone else played the same, you should be better. I mean, you should be better. Scheme-wise, this is a different scheme. This is not my scheme. This is their scheme. And like with most things, there's more than one way to move the football, and there's more than one philosophy. It's how you teach it, the type of player you have, you know, those things. And there's a good group of coaches. So while they have been very receptive to adding a little something here, a little something here from the West, you know, that's not fair. And I want to do this right with these guys. So it's their deal. I expect us to be better. I expect us to move the ball better. I expect us to pass the ball better for the reasons I stated earlier. More experience at wide receiver, one more year under their belt, more consistent play at quarterback. I think we have a pretty solid running game. We finished the season strong last year. We've added some pieces to that. A tight end, Watson is a nice addition at tight end. We should be better.
Did you struggle with forcing your system on it, or did you come to that decision pretty early in your tenure here? Like, did you consider saying, hey, I want this offense to look like this?
Honestly, I think I made that decision before I accepted the job. Yeah. I mean, no, let me rephrase that. I think once we decided that we were not going to make a change, you know, because that was in the discussion.
So you, in those discussions with Eric, you reviewed what he did offensively?
Yes.
And you were fine with it?
No. I mean, but every coach thinks they have the answer, you know. So I've been doing it a long time a certain way, and we've done things a certain way, and I made the statement right when I got here. I said, I don't know how you can win a game throwing the ball 8 times a game. I just don't know how that can happen. I could never do that. But they did it.
But before they've won those games, the 12 previous games,
yeah,
they didn't run the ball and
yeah,
they didn't throw very well. So did you question what the heck they were trying to do?
Absolutely. And in evaluating, you know, the interesting thing is in evaluating the quarterbacks going back, this is old news, but in evaluating the quarterbacks, I think one of the things you have to do too is, in fairness to the kid, is how much is it the player and how much is it the scheme? You know, does a player have a chance to be successful? You know, you have a good player who just doesn't have a chance, or is it what is it? And that's why you have to study it so hard and talk to the coaches and find out what they want to get done with something. And I'm comfortable, Tony, now with our involvement which is minimal, I will say that, but we are, the guys come into my office all the time. We have healthy conversations. It's really, I believe it's a very, very healthy situation and communication that way.
How much do you think that quarterback situation stunted the growth of Brian Robisky last year?
I think receivers live to catch the football. I mean, some of them say, I love blocking. Well, none of them do. None of them do. Very few of them do. Hines Ward maybe does, but not many. They'll do it because they're football players and they're tough guys. But really what they want to do is catch the ball. And when you're when you're not throwing the ball very much, then be careful of the numbers. It's hard to, you look at a number, well, a guy caught 30 balls. Well, okay. What would the quarterback do? You got to have somebody throw it to you. So that all factored into, I think, Brian's first year, in my opinion. I like Brian Robisky as a player. And I think he has made, but I will also say this, rookie receivers, and I've had them, high draft choices, rookie receivers, it's a different world for most of them. You'll see a lot of fine college rookie receivers drafted high, come in their first year, kind of puts it around a little bit, then the second year, bang, because now I get it. Now I see the speed of this thing, the physical part of it. I'm going against good guys all the time. I get it. And they take off their second year. Happens all the time. I think Brian has a chance to be someone like that. So it was a combination of things last year, I think, that didn't allow any of the receivers to put up any numbers. There were no numbers there. Yeah.